So I'm going to make my version. It's a keto Terry version of étouffée. Now, hang on. Okay. I don't typically order étouffée when I go out to eat because I don't like super spicy things. And I don't have any Creole seasoning, but I'm just going to make it up as I go, so bear with me. But I was kind of craving something a little bit on the spicy-ish side. And so anyway, that's bacon grease right there. And I'm trying to melt it off this spoon a little bit, so I'm just kind of leaving it hanging in the lid. And what else do I need to get out? Well, I don't need that yet. Let's see. I have some seasonings here. I don't know if it's the right seasonings, but it's what I'm going to use. I've got some Old Bay seasoning. It's for fish and seafood stuff, so I bet it'll be good. Got a little cilantro. Oh, that's too hot. A little cilantro. Some paprika. Some garam masala. I bought that for something else, but I don't even remember what the recipe was. Some freeze-dried chives. Oh, Terry. It would help if I turned the oven on. Oh, Lordy. And then, where is my adobo? Some all-purpose adobo. So that's going to be my seasonings. I've got some cased pork sausage. We have a local processing plant, and I bought this from them. It's raw, so I got to cook it. And I have some shrimp. It was tail on, but I defrosted it and pulled the tails off. And then for the quote rice, we have some Miracle rice. I like how the Miracle noodles are. So I'm like, well, I'll try it with this. That'll be a good experiment. So today we're experimenting. If you're from the deep south, like Louisiana, please don't be offended. Please don't roll you can roll your eyes. Just don't be offended. I know this isn't the proper stuff. But it's my version and what I'm going to do. So, what I'm going to do is, since the sausage is raw, I need to cut it. Or I need to cook it. So I'm cutting them up into bite-sized pieces. And I'm going to cook these up. And then when this gets almost done, I'll add the shrimp to it. Now, remember, I'm not a chef. I don't know nothing about cooking. This is just something that sounded kind of good. And I even figured out the macros for it. This is going to make 3 servings. And when I get this cut up, I will show you, or I'll read to you the macros. And I'm going to apologize because my dishwasher's going. But I just cooked my breakfast casserole, and that always dirties up a couple things. And it is 10:30. I have not had breakfast yet. I'm getting hungry. So probably when I pause you all, probably going to eat a boiled egg or something because I'm getting hungry. I'll tell you, I see videos of people that do these fasts. I don't know how you could do it. I just don't. It's been, well, I think I ate supper around 6 o'clock last night, and it's 10:30 now. Whatever that math is, I'm telling you, I'm on my deathbed. So now I'm going to cook that up, and when it's almost cooked, I'll come back and show you where we're at. Hey, while that's cooking, let me just read to you what the, there's one thing I forgot to add. I'm going to add 1 stalk of celery, so I forgot to put that in here. But anyway, when I plugged all this into my Fitness Pal, it's this is gonna make 3 servings, and the servings is 337 calories. And hang on here, let me get this other one open. It'll be 13 protein, 8 carbs, 3 fiber. So if you do total carbs, it'll be 8. If you do carbs minus fiber, it'll be 5. 18 grams of fat. And I said calories. So that's what it's looking at. So, okay, I'll get back to you when this is almost done. That pork has about a minute left. So the ingredients in my place's pork sausage, it's called Rice Meat Processing Incorporated. Ingredients is pork, water, salt, pepper, ground mustard, saged, stuffed in a natural hog casing. I thought it said casting. I was like, wait a minute. It's got about a minute left, so what I did was I flipped each one of them over. So I thought there was going to be some other seasonings, but they're not. So now I'm going to add in my shrimp. Like I said, the shrimp's fully cooked, so it's more or less just heating it up and mixing it in with the flavor. So here we go. This is my seasoning I'm going to use. Oh, that didn't get anything. Oops. So Old Bay. And so I'm going to hang on that and do that one later. Some of this garam masala. Some paprika. Some cilantro. And then I'll use the adobo instead of the different garlic and pepper seasonings. So what I want to do now is I really just want all the seasonings to kind of blend in with the meat and the juice that's in the bottom. What I think I'm going to do is, will it let me? I might cut some of these shrimps in half, but nope, it's not sharp enough. It's okay. Alright. So now I'm going to cover it and I'll turn it down to simmer. And I'm going to let this simmer for about 10 minutes, maybe a little less. About 6 minutes. Okay, a lot less. Anyway, I'm going to let those flavors kind of mix together. And off to the side here, I have, hang on, let me put this underneath it. This is the Miracle Rice. I've strained it, and this is the size and texture of it. So, tasting it. It just doesn't have a taste, which is awesome. Means it's going to take on the flavor of that. Hang on, let me find my little... The ingredients in Miracle Noodles is cognac and citric acid. So cognac flour. They use the cognac root to make these things. Tastes good to me. Anyway, so yeah. So I'm going to let that simmer and then I'll take it out and I'll make I don't know, my version of the rest of it. I'll show you that when I get there. Okay, I'm satisfied with the temperature of this all right now. So, let me tell you how this all started out. It all started out as I wanted something that I could make, and I saw somebody making onions and peppers with some pork sausage, and I was like, I want that. But then, earlier today, this morning I was going, wait a minute, let me see if that's hot. No. I was going through my freezer looking for some ice, and I saw this shrimp, and I'm like, hey, shrimp and sausage, pork sausage or Polish sausage, that's good combination. That's kind of like, you know, Creole-y. And then my mouth was like, man, I want something with a little kick. I'm like, well, you know, my friend Angie, when we go to this local not Italian, oh my goodness. It's a local, what kind of food is it? Louisiana style Cajun type food. She orders étouffée, and I've tasted it and it's good. Well, I'm not even gonna lie. I have not even looked up a recipe for how you're really supposed to cook étouffée. Now this I plugged in 2 cups of this. This is the frozen onions and peppers that you get at Walmart, the Great Value brand. I plugged in 2 cups. It's not quite, but that's all right. Since I also, I forgot to plug in the celery, that works out well. Okay. So now, let me turn this back up. So now I've got the liquid still in here from the shrimp, like the leftover juices and grease from the fat, because from the bacon grease that I put in, as well as the leftover from the sausage and shrimp. So I'm going to let these are frozen, so I'm going to let that all saute a little bit, and I'll come back and show you that. Okay. Now, I pull this out, and some of the liquid has evaporated a little bit as it has sauteed. Something else, like this past week, last weekend, I didn't record it, but I cooked a pork butt, and that's what I've been, and then I had ground beef, or my hamburgers. So anyway, so what I've been doing was I make up some kind of vegetable thing and put it in serving container, or little storage containers, and I take that with me to work. And like a lot of times it would be salad, or I had made up this asparagus, Brussels sprouts, zucchini kind of sauteed vegetables, and so I took that. Anyway, so I've got a lot of that pork that I'll be using this week, because I didn't eat much last week. Okay, so I plugged in 4 tablespoons of heavy cream. Like I said, I don't know how you make that. I don't know how you make étouffée. This is just my interpretation. Definitely not the real thing. Good flavors. And then I'm going to add in the little noodles, or the rice. Got to get all of it in here. You're supposed to do it in a skillet, or a pan or something, and do it till all the water evaporates, but since when do I follow the rules? I'm going to add in, there's still some of this seasoning in there, but I'm going to add in a little more of the Old Bay. Like I said, if you're from the South, please don't cry. I'm going to add in some Mrs. Dash Southwest Chipotle. I've got some freeze-dried chives. Oh, well, hang on, that's never been used before. You know, if I was opening this not off the camera, it would all just pull off so perfectly, but you know, let's face it, that's not how life works. Okay, so a little bit of the chives, freeze-dried chives, a little bit of crushed, a little bit of crushed red pepper, because you know, that Creole food always seems to kind of have a kick to it. And a little bit of chili powder. This may all kill me. I may kill my mouth. I'm such a weenie. But it's just, honestly, I'm craving something spicy. So that's what I'm making here. So I'm going to let this kind of meld together for a few minutes. I won't make you watch that. About 3 or 4 minutes. So now what I'm going to do is put all this back in here and let all those flavors come together in one place. Lick it and see how it tastes. Yeah, buddy. It's going to be good stuff, Maynard. So, like I said, you add what sounds right to you, what you should add. But, oh, shoot a monkey. But, this is what I'm adding. Whoo, Nelly, that's got a kick. Oh boy, just what I was looking for. And I don't even like hot stuff, but I've just been craving it. I'm going to turn this down and let it simmer for about 10 minutes. Whoa, not 19. Well, all right, 13 minutes, and then I'll be back. Okay, that looks kind of fuzzy. It'll look fuzzy to you, maybe not. It has been simmering for 13 minutes now. So now I'm going to divide it up into 3 servings. Get it up close so you can see it in a second. What I probably could have done was leave the lid off of it while it was cooking, and that probably would have made it thicken up a little more. Tell you, I always have a towel hanging on my front of my stove, but I always knock it off when I'm standing here cooking because I bump it with my belly. we go. My version of Keto Étouffée. Now I'm gonna get a spoon here so I can take a bite. I don't want to eat a thing yet, or don't want to eat a piece of sausage yet because I just had a boiled egg, so I'm not hungry. Let me catch a little bit of this. It's gonna burn the heck out of my mouth, so I don't want something too big. There, it's got a little bit of rice and a piece of celery. Oh, yep. And look, that's what the rice looks like. Well, the miracle rice. That's how I envision Creole. Now, Creole person, you might be cringing and rolling your eyes, but please know I'm from Southeast Missouri and I'm a weenie. Like even medium salsa is too hot for me. So yeah, but there we go. That is my version of Keto Étouffée. And I've got some other stuff going on that I'm going to be showing y'all in the next few videos. So, because that back there, that is cauliflower that's cooking up.